Hi, and welcome to today's video. My name is Jonas. I'm the CEO and one of the founders of Pangoro. My wife moved to Germany around 10 years ago. At that time, it was really difficult for us to figure out how to get someone integrated into the German systems at all and what all the steps were that we needed to take. So today I want to help you out with that by showing you 3 key professionals that you should connect to and that you should keep on your quick dial if you want to move to Germany to make your move here and your settling in as successful as possible. So the first professional authority that you want to connect to are the registration authorities. You will want to connect to the Bürgeramt because this is the main place for your registration, and to the Ausländerbehörde because this is where you will handle all your visa and residency permits and all of that. So whether you are allowed to study if you want to study in Germany, whether you're allowed to work if you want to work in Germany, all of these permits will be handled with those authorities. So it's really important that you connect to them and that you know who's responsible for you and for handling your case. There are a couple of common challenges with those registration authorities, and the one that people mostly complain about is the appointment scheduling issues. So in Germany, we have huge bureaucracy, and it's going to work pretty well, but most of the proceedings are rather slow compared to what most people in other countries are used to. This also goes for getting your next appointment. So it's definitely important to set your appointment really early on, because getting an appointment in the same week when you're calling them is highly unlikely. So definitely be prepared and set your appointment right in time so you know that this is not going to delay your application process. Language barriers are another thing that is commonly mentioned. So people who work in those registration authorities, they don't have to speak English, and they also don't have to work with you in English. So most of the time they're just going to ask you questions in German. They know, and they commonly deal with people who can't speak German perfectly yet, but they will expect you to be able to answer at least their most basic questions, like the place where you live, your date of birth, and things like that, so they can understand you and then help you out to move this along. The third thing is that many people are confused when it comes to documents. So German bureaucracy is done on paper a lot of the time, and they will need you to bring all of your documents so they can verify them to then move your proceedings along. It's definitely important that you get information first, whatever you want to register for, what type of documents are needed to then progress with this. And then you should definitely be prepared when you have your appointment, have all those documents ready, have them ready in copy so you can hand them out and your proceedings can go rather smoothly. The second important professional that you should definitely connect to, and in my opinion everyone in Germany should have one, is a tax consultant. A tax consultant is very important because those are the people that are going to help you to understand the depths of the German tax system, or at least those parts that are relevant to you personally. They will help you to avoid costly mistakes because they will teach you how exactly you can file your tax declaration. They will help you to file it. They will help you to include all of your expenses, and they will make sure to maximize your financial benefits to help you out on the way, that your tax declaration is always filed properly and that you manage all of your finances, everything that is mandatory here, very, very cleanly. You should definitely talk to a tax consultant for one of 3 reasons. So first one would be, if you're new to Germany, if you just came here and you basically have no idea how the system works, definitely get a tax consultant. In my opinion, try to reach out to your peers and colleagues, ask them where they get their taxes done, who's helping them, because that person who's working with people who work in a similar area as you might be able to help you out in the best way possible. Secondly, if you're thinking about changing your status, so you're employed in Germany now and then you want to do some freelance work, or you want to found your own company, at that time you should definitely talk to a tax advisor, because while being employed in Germany means that most of the taxation matters will be handled for you, with your salary every month, it's basically handled automatically for you. But when you do freelance work, or you're self-employed, or you're having your own business, you will have to manage a lot more of these things, and you should definitely get some help on that. The third thing, where it's important for most expats, is when it comes to your residency status, if you still have, I'd say, operations or things going on in other countries. And then, of course, just for the general things like double taxation, we do have double taxation treaties with most countries. So this is not going to be a problem because everything is regulated. But it's still important for you to understand what happens to income streams from different countries. How are the income streams from different countries going to be taxed? Yeah, and how to handle all of that. A tax consultant can definitely help you with that. So a tax consultant is going to help you to understand all the filing requirements for your tax declaration. They are going to help you to utilize all the tax deductions that are possible for you. That also counts for relocation expenses. And they are going to help you to file your tax declaration. So this is a service where you will need to help, but it's definitely done for you. And in the end, it's a huge help and also a huge financial benefit. On average, people get a refund of €1,000 from their tax declaration. The last professional and the third one that you should definitely connect to and have in your quick dial is a financial advisor. A financial advisor in Germany is very important for the matters of navigating insurance in Germany alone. So first of all, it's important that you understand which insurances are mandatory, which ones are optional. You need to understand how the German health insurance system works, because health insurance, in fact, is one of the mandatory insurances here. So everyone in Germany has health insurance, and you will get one too. However, we have so many different providers. It's definitely important to understand which one is the right fit for you, which system is the right fit for you, if it's public health insurance or private health insurance. And a financial advisor can definitely help you out to understand which works best for you. The third thing for which you need a financial advisor is the pension and retirement schemes in Germany. Because Germany does have its own statutory retirement and pension system, but it doesn't work out in the way that it was originally planned to. So there are workarounds, and there are a couple of things that everyone can do to secure their retirement, but those are definitely steps that you will need to take by yourself, and a financial advisor can assist you in taking those. What we do at Pangoro here is we help people to understand which insurances are important for them and which are not, and we recommend personally, based on your individual situation, what you should or should not get. We also help our clients in establishing long-term financial strategies, so understanding what your goals in life are, where you want to go, where you want to get, and then helping you to implement these in your personal financial plan. Lastly, a financial advisor like Pangoro is definitely important when it comes to simplifying those complex decisions, like understanding which health insurance is the right one for me, because this may be a choice for a lifetime, and it's definitely nothing that you want to rush and something that you want to have all of the important information for. So this is something that we help you with. We help you to perfectly understand how these systems work, where you have benefits or disadvantages, and then also helping you to make a choice, as well as eventually switching to the insurance that suits you best. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you liked the video, and I hope that I could help you out a little bit. If you have any more questions, please let us know. And also, please let us know in the comments if you have any more topics that you think we can help you out with. We would love to give you a video on those topics as well.